We're the huge movie fanatics here to do a review of Skyfall, the most recent of all the James Bond movies, of which this has been going on for 50 years, evidently.
50 years last year, yeah.
Yep, and I'm just going to preface this by saying I'm not a huge James Bond fan, so that should be known. But I liked the movie. It was what it was. The action in it is quite good. The performances were kind of cool. I liked the villain, played by Javier Bardem. The biggest problem with the movie is there didn't need to be a Bond girl. The movie stops for 25 minutes.
30 minutes. Oh
yeah,
my
for
God.
That girl. And I mean,
she doesn't even do anything.
No, she's gorgeous and she's an interesting character, but there was no use for her. Like, the movie could have been shaved by a half hour just by ditching her. And she does, as I say, a great job in that role. It's just, it was a pointless role. So I give the movie 3 stars. I mean, it was cool. And it had the best Bond theme since Live and Let Die, I will say that.
Oh, you mean song?
Yeah.
Well, how many Bond movies have you seen since Live and Let Die?
I've seen most of them. I just don't like
Casino Royale.
Yeah, this is about as good as Casino Royale.
No.
Casino Royale was fine. I mean, again, that was another movie where the first half hour was awesome, much like this movie, and then everything else was just kind of there.
The whole thing was great.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen all 3 of the
I didn't see Quantum of Solace. Really, it doesn't sound like anybody has.
Not that great.
My dad saw it, and we found the ticket stub in my house. He swears he's never seen that movie, but it's like, I didn't see it, so it has to have been you. So, yeah.
I put that there.
Yeah.
Are you done, or what?
Yeah.
Now, I own every James Bond movie.
Do you have that deluxe?
Oh, no, I mean, I bought them as they came. No, DVD. I'm not going to upgrade every fucking movie to Blu-ray. No, I got the DVD of all of them. And, of course, the Blu-ray of the couple recent ones. And, yeah, the first one I saw in the drive-in with my folks, View to a Kill, when it came out in its initial release, and it was just like, I can still see the opening credit. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I think so.
I can still see the opening credits on that drive-in screen, and I can still hear the music, and it left such an impression on me, and Bond was right up my alley, and it still is, like the kind of, I mean, it is getting, I don't know how many movies there are, but
28 or something.
It is getting to the point where they've long since run out of luxurious, amazing locations on the planet, and they've reused them over and over. It's kind of gotten to that point, but somehow they do manage to, I don't know, make it kind of fresh somewhat. Casino Royale, I think, is one of the best James Bond movies. I thought it was a really great reboot. The guy who directed it is Martin Campbell, who rebooted Bond originally, earlier in '95 with GoldenEye, which I thought was great at the time. So Martin Campbell's just, if you want to reboot Bond right, give it to him. I thought Casino Royale, just for a side note, was fantastic. I'm not too sure how I feel about Daniel Craig in the part. I think he works, but at the same time, I don't know how I feel about him.
He doesn't look good in a suit. That's
I just
part of my
don't think he's necessarily a good-looking
No, he's
man.
not really.
Know, he's fit, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't, I think he does it well, but I don't know if the part suits him.
No,
is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Skyfall, I did a blind buy because again, in winter I get just depressed. I don't go anywhere unless I have to. So I didn't get to the theater, but you kind of figure you're going to end up buying it anyway, so just save the $9 and just buy it. So the opening is like, holy shit, I like the opening, the famous
openings,
that
stuff is great.
Fucking amazing, and I was like, holy shit, this is great. And then after that, and you're right, I mean, the opening song is great, and the Daniel Kleinman has been doing the actual, whatever you want, I don't even know what the hell you call it, the credit sequence. He's been doing it, I think, it's been him since GoldenEye in '95. And he's great, and he does it. I love the one in Casino Royale as well as that song is really Bondish. And then the movie starts, and it's just like, okay, it starts going, and it's just like, to me, like, except for the beginning, it's like the action, and not that they have to do the same thing in every movie, which would be stupid, but the action, there isn't very much, except for me, except for the opening. Like Bond.
The opening and closing has great action numbers, but everything else.
Well, yeah,
and then the closing is cool. Is Home Alone, or Last House on the Left, or Nightmare on Elm Street.
But anyway, at the end of the day, this movie really it's 2.5 stars. It doesn't affect me in some weird way. Like things are happening. The opening credit sequences, or I mean the opening action, pre-credit action sequence is great. Perfect Bond, that's what I'm talking about. But when the movie gets started, it's like things are happening in front of me. Much like that scene with that woman at that like Asian place. It's like she's there, but it's like it's not, you know, it could be just me and that's fine. It's not affecting me. It's not getting to me. And things are happening in front of the screen, but I'm not affected. And it seems like 40 minutes, the 40-minute middle is just like, and I watched it twice, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And this stuff I love, like that little thing where they're like, word association, and day wasted, you know, and that's funny. And they get to Skyfall, and he's like, I'm out of here. And I mean, I don't read the books, but I don't know if you knew anything about Bond's house before this movie or not. So that's one thing I liked about the title, and also that word association scene, is you don't know what the fuck Skyfall is, and it's a mystery until the end of the movie.
The movie could have been brilliant in its ending, but they wimped out a little bit. If they were gonna spoiler alert, if they're gonna kill Judi Dench, and they were gonna go like that far, she should have pulled the trigger. And killed both of them. Like, that would have been fucking amazing, but instead Bond has to be the one to come in and save the day, but lose the girl. Which I've seen before. Like, do something different. If you're gonna have it be about M, have her shoot. Pull the trigger.
I could see that being hardcore. Just
I would have been like, oh my god, this just went there.
Yeah.
I need to see this again. I need to get all my friends to see this.
Just for that.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been like
I can see what you're saying.
Ballsy maneuver, but they just didn't do it. I mean, especially if you're going to kill her anyway.
Well, you're assuming she thinks she's going to die regardless, so yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I can totally see why they didn't do it. It was, and like the killing of the bad guy was very much like Dark Knight Rises, where after the first time I saw it, I'm like, thinking back, I'm like, how did he die?
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, I can't remember.
You have this epic villain, and then you just like, okay, he's out of the picture, guys. And as soon as he lands down, I thought, well, he's coming back. Yeah.
But he doesn't, and you just like, what the, I thought the ending was cool and different in that the blowing up of the house and stuff, and having the Aston Martin DB5 back again, which was, I think, first shown in Goldfinger, the third movie, which is just, that was class. That was cool. When he opened the door and turned on the lights, I was like, all right, it's always cool to see that car pop up. It's done it every now and then, and but I was, it had a lot of potential, but for some reason, for me, it just missed. I did like at the end. I did like at the end how they did it very competently, where they set up like the normal Bond situation with the office and that girl that he was working with and just screwed up everything all the time. Ends up going around the desk and being Moneypenny and calling and Ralph, how do you say his name?
Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes calling him in, and seeing because we never seen yet Daniel Craig with that normal Bond familiar setting. And that was a cool way to end it. I gotta admit. So that saves it at the end. But 2.5 stars. It was mostly just like, what's going on here? Oh, the bad guy, however you say his name,
Javier Bardem,
was good. And I loved, one thing I loved was great intro, which was fucking great intro, when he comes to far shot and he comes down the elevator and just has this monologue as he's walking up, and then towards the end he's like, now they eat rat. I mean, that was fucking great intro, and the classic Bond intro, and that was a huge strength of the movie, and that's probably where that half star actually. Stuff like that, a half star. Skyfall, let's hope for the better of the next one. It's alright, it's not the best. Thanks for watching.